Alright, so I got this radial arm saw. It kind of came for me for free. It has the stand all the way to the top. It's your standard Craftsman 10-inch saw. I was getting ready to build a table for the saw. I got a whole pile of blades for it, but I'm sure I'll need some new ones. Kind of an older setup, not as old as many. When I was searching for some parts for it, turns out there was a recall on this particular saw, which mine qualified for. So right now you have the old blade guard, which left the bottom half of the blade uncovered, some old type of pawls, and you got the old handle. Let me pivot this thing here. The original handle here works great with that blade guard, but it's not going to work with the new one, so they provide a new one. So I went ahead and got the recall, and what I got for it was the new blade guard, which is going to be mounted right here. Covers the entire blade, lifts and does all kinds of things here, but completely protects it. Being one who's had an accident on a saw before, I don't have a problem with it. Got a new handle, which is going to be mounted here. It's for triggering the blade guard, so you can lift it up over your fence. The blade guard's designed to keep it from jumping forward. If you turn it on, it stops on the fence. This allows you to lift it over. Cool part about the new blade guard is that it changes your exhaust to back here, instead of blowing in your face when you lose the little rubber deal, or you have to find a hose or something else to attach to it. I'm sure everybody's come up with a way. And besides that, you also get some new rails. These rails right here are going to actually be mounted right in place of the old ones right here. Okay. And you get your various parts you need to assemble everything. Okay. And then finally, the cool part was I was going to build a table, but now I don't need to because the saw also came with a table. This whole package. You got the main table. You got the rear table. You got the extension table. This may actually be the fence, but according to my instructions, it doesn't seem like it's a fence. It looks like I might have to supply my own fence. That's cool. I can live with that idea, considering that the rest of all that was free. So if you got one of these saws, you can go to radialarmsawrecall.com, or if you search Google, you'll find it. In order, put your model number in, it'll tell you either if there's a recall kit available for it or not, and if there is, you get to get it totally upgraded for free. I'm going to make another video once I get everything assembled and tuned, showing the new upgrades in action, and I'll get this all posted to YouTube, so this will probably be the first YouTube video that actually shows the recalled parts in action to show what the upgrade actually looks like, since nobody actually has a recall video out there. Thank you. Okay, so I've completed the retrofit kit for the radial arm saw. Functions are quite simple. Got the brand new table. They already cut out all the holes for you. The most annoying part is that they don't provide the screws for the table. So if you don't have your screws, you're going to have to go back and buy the panhead screws they say you need to get in the manual. Also, if you don't have a set screw, the best way to figure out to deal with this is I cut normal screw in half and put a slit in it for a screwdriver, and that makes a perfect set screw for the little hole over here. But as you can see, the new handle allows you to trigger the guard like that. So it also prevents the blade from jumping forward if you turn it on. You're able to lift it, do your cut. You can actually lift it, do your cut, set it down, and it'll slide back into the locked position. So it's not annoying like a lot of guards. It's easy to use. You got a Riving Knife. This is for the ripping mode. So if you turn the knife, you can set both the knife and the pawls individually. You got each one you can set. That's mostly for if you're ripping. And you also got a lift guard if you put it back here to keep the board from jumping up because of the blade if you're doing ripping. So most of these modifications for ripping with the saw. Nonetheless, that's the complete kit. New table, new guard, new handle with a trigger on it allowing you to lift your guard with one hand. So that keeps the guard from being annoying. And the cool part about this upgrade is where in my old guard it would blow out the front, the new guard it blows out the back, and I can turn it away from me so I don't get a face full of dust. And also it's nicer for a vacuum hose. Upgrade's worth it because it's free and it's not inconvenient. so I give it a shot.